Hello ladies and gents. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the mirror tool in Onshape. So to do that you're going to want to create a sketch. I've created one with 2 squares. If I just go into the sketch, those squares are 3 by 3 centimeters. The measurements aren't really important for what we're doing, but I'd like you to create yours, one right in the center and the other one in the top left of the plane. When you've done that, give it a name. I've called mine squares. Click the green check mark and then switch to the isometric view and then extrude both of these upward. And we're going to do these individually so they appear as 2 separate parts. So click the extrude button, click on the center square. We'll leave that as a default extrusion of 2.5 centimeters and I'm going to call that center cube and then just click the green check mark. Now we're going to click on the extrude tool again and we're going to do this second one separately. Click on the one in the corner, we'll leave that at 2.5 as well, and we're going to call that corner cube. There we go, and then click on the green check mark. Now finally, I'm just going to have a small extrusion coming out the top of that center cube. So click on the sketch button, click on the top surface of the center cube. You might want to use the view cube to look at the top plane, and then I'm going to use the corner rectangle to just create a small square about 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, but the measurements aren't important, so I'm not going to use the dimension tool here. I'm just going to call this leg sketch because it's going to be like the leg on a stool basically. So click the green check mark, and now we're going to switch back to the isometric view with the view cube and extrude again, and we're going to extrude that little square up and create that little leg. And I'm going to call that leg extrude. So we just want to keep naming these things so we can keep track of them in the project. Click the green check mark. And now we're ready to start using the mirror tool. So the mirror tool can be found in the toolbar at the top of the screen, roughly in the center. Click that and the mirror panel will appear. There are 3 kinds of mirror to choose from. Part mirror and feature mirror are for mirroring 3-dimensional shapes, so 3D geometry. And face mirror is for mirroring 2D faces. That's used with surface modeling. It's not something you'll use very often when you're a beginner, so we're going to skip over that in this video. We're just going to look at part mirror and feature mirror, which you will use most often. So what I'd like to do is mirror the leg first that we've just created. So to do that, I'm going to use the feature mirror option. So you see I'll switch that to feature mirror, and then we'll get this blue box. It says features to mirror. So I'm going to click on the leg. And you can see it's highlighted just the leg. That's now highlighted in orange, whereas the rest of the cube has been left untouched. The cube itself is a part, and you can see that in the list at the bottom of the screen in the far bottom left-hand side in the parts list. The leg is a feature, and that appears in the feature list. So they're 2 different things. So then click on the red box where it says mirror plane, and then we're going to choose a plane to act as our mirrored surface. So I'm going to choose the right plane, and you can see it's created an exact copy along that right plane on the other side of that cube. But it's appeared in red. So if I click on the green check mark now, that's going to disappear. So you need to make sure that you've got a check mark in reapply features. Now it's turned blue. That's a permanent addition. So now click the green check mark, and you've now got your mirrored piece on the other side of the cube. And you can see if we look at it from the front, the mirrored version is exactly the same distance away from the right plane as the original. So basically the mirror tool functions just like a mirror in real life. If you're standing a meter away from the mirror and you're looking at your reflection is also a meter away in the mirror. It works exactly the same in Onshape. So I'm going to switch back to isometric view. Click on the mirror tool again, but this time I'm going to make sure I've chosen part mirror. So click that and then entities to mirror. I can either just click on the whole part, the 3D model itself, or I can click on part 1 in the part list, and it will still appear in entities to mirror. And then mirror plane, click that red box, and I'm going to choose the top plane, and you should be able to guess what's going to happen. If I click that, we'll get a reflection of that below. And that top plane has been acting as our mirrored surface there. Now you can see I still have 2 parts in the part list. If I change these tabs to new, you can see that that mirrored part is going to be its own separate, completely individual part, and it's created part 3 in the part list. But I'm going to make it all one piece, so I'll just go to add. There we go, part 3 has disappeared, and I'll click on the green check mark. There we go. So I've used the feature mirror and the part mirror to just create some mirrored sections of this 3D model. There you go, it's simple stuff. All right, let's use that one more time. Go to the mirror tool again. And this time, again, we're going to choose part mirror, but now I'm going to click on the second cube and the mirror plane, click on that red box and use the right mirror plane again. There you go. And you can see I've created a copy, and again, just like a mirror in real life, it's an equal distance from the mirror plane. So if you're touching the mirror plane, the reflection will be touching the mirror plane. And if you're 1 centimeter or 5 centimeters away, the reflection will be the same distance away in the mirror. So that's it. That's how you use the mirror tool. So all I need to do now is click the green check mark to apply that. And there you go. So before we finish this video off, I'm going to show you just a couple of more little things. So if we click on the mirror tool again, what we've been doing so far is using the planes, these blue squares that you get when you open your project. We've been using those as the mirror planes. And you don't have to do that all the time. You can use the geometry that you've created, your 3D model faces themselves, as the mirrors. So if I click on the mirror tool again, and this time, entities to mirror, I'll click on part 2, which was that first corner cube, and then click on that red mirror plane box. And then I can click on the side of the cube, and instead of it being mirrored along an actual plane, it uses the face as the mirror instead. And you can use different faces to create mirrors in different directions. So that's on the side of the cube. If I click on the front of the cube, that changes. And you can create mirrors that way. So you're not only restricted to using the planes as mirrors, you can use faces of the 3D models that you create. Anyway, I'm not going to apply that, so I'm just going to click on the red X and exit out of that. And then I'm going to show you one last thing. So if I go to the corner cube in my feature tree and double click it, I can now edit that extrusion. So if I click on that up arrow and change the height of that cube so it's no longer a cube, and then click on the green check mark, you can see that the change has been reflected in the mirrored version. And then finally, if I just move the sketch down slightly, I'll click the sketch button, and I'm going to put a sketch on the top of this now tower that I've created. So I'll click the top of that, and then I will use the center point circle to just draw a circle on the top of that tower. There we go. And I'm going to give that a name. I'm going to call it circle, and then click the green check mark. And now I'm going to use the extrude tool, and I'm going to extrude that circle upward, and I'll just click the green check mark, and you can see that that feature that I've just created hasn't been reflected in the mirrored tower. So to add that, click on the mirror tool, and again we would use a feature mirror because the extrusion is a feature. Features to mirror, click on that little, let's just call it a chimney on top of that tower. Mirror plane, the right plane, and there it is. Now again, it's in red, so if I click the green check mark now, it is going to disappear. So you need to make sure, again, you've clicked reapply features, and now it's a solid. And then I can click the green check mark, and that appears permanently. And then finally, if I just want to make that the same color as the other side, edit appearance for part 4, choose a gray color, click the green check mark, and there you go. We've got a perfectly mirrored set of 3D models. So try that yourself and then start to use the mirror tool in your own projects and practice with it, gain some experience. Okay, and that's the end of that video.